What's up, guys? I know it's been a little bit. This video has been a while in the making. I've been wanting to do this review slash kind of my impressions on this eVolv. It's the Flashpoint eVolv 200, also known as the Godox AD200. It's a really awesome 200 watt battery powered strobe. But I've been hoping I could get somebody to go out with me in the field, do some shoots with it, video that. But it's a little difficult. I only have the G85 we're filming on right now, so it'd be rough for me to try to film and shoot at the same time. So what I did, I'll give you guys my impressions here, and then I'll show you some photos that I've gotten with it and kind of go through what I did with it and explain why I like it. Little disclaimer here at the beginning. I'm not what you'd call a strobe expert. I'm relatively new of it at strobe photography, in fact. However, that being said, this thing's already changed the way that I'm looking at a lot of things in my photography, in particular with portraits, but sometimes even still life stuff or a little intimate landscape type things. And I'll show you guys what I mean later when I get to the photos of it. But yeah, this little dude is awesome. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from there, but it's got a full display on it, which is backlit, but it has a modeling light, a little typical test button there. Yeah, so it's fully featured as a strobe. And then the crazy thing on this too, the battery, I probably popped a few hundred shots, maybe 100 or 200 shots off with this thing so far. I charged it when I first bought it. That's been probably around a month ago now, and the thing still has a full battery. I haven't charged it yet, and it still has every tick on the display here. The other neat thing with this is it came with the trigger here. So honestly, I haven't actually really even used the display on the flash that often. I throw this trigger on the G85 there, and it's got a full LCD readout as well. May not show up, like I said, I'll try to get some footage of it, but it's pretty awesome because you can get several of these things, throw them all on this controller, control how you want to shoot them. You can shoot them individually all at the same time, so on and so forth, and this little trigger is really awesome for that. This is the older model. I've heard the newer version's even better than this, but yeah, it's been great so far. It's a little bit flimsy feeling compared to the strobe unit itself, which is solid and feels very chunky and well built. But like I said, I haven't had no problems with this trigger yet, but it does seem to work very well, despite feeling a little cheap. If you ever need batteries for it, it just takes 2 AA's, so that's pretty handy. Also, this unit and trigger are set up for high-speed sync on this lever here. You just flip that over, turn your power on, flip that, you have high-speed sync ability, which has been awesome because outdoors this thing has been powerful enough for me that I've still not really had to shoot it at full power, and I can set my camera at f2.8 with the 12-35 lens on, base ISO of 200, high-speed sync, and get a 1/1000th of a second shot with my subject really well exposed in the background going kind of dark, which is awesome. And I'll show you that here in the examples here in just a second. So here's the example I was just talking about. I shot it at 1/1000th of a second, f2.8 ISO 200 on the G85. It did a great job of exposing me and keeping the background dark for that nice moody lighting. So then my kit has also, it came with a barn door kit, which I've not even opened to use yet. I've read the barn doors on these are relatively useless, but I've never tried them, so I can't comment on that. It has some color gels in here, which can be super helpful, especially if you're going for certain kinds of effects in your photos. Another really awesome thing this flash comes with in the kit that I purchased from Adorama, it comes with this bare bulb kit. This is just a head that attaches to the Flashpoint strobe unit, and it comes with the bare bulb, of course. You just assemble that thing in there, and then you have bare bulb kit. Swapping it out is relatively easy. There's an unlock switch right here. You just pull that down and try not to break your bare bulb head. And then this flash head just slides off the back like so. And then grab the new one and make sure it's oriented correctly with the electronic connections. Slide it back on, you're all ready to go. Now, another thing I'm finding that I enjoy quite a bit about this flash, it has several mounting points for tripod brackets. So I've been taking my Manfrotto bracket, mounting it here a lot of times, because the particular version that I purchased, it came with a softbox and a S adapter, so it adapts it to a Bowens mount, so you can throw a softbox on it. I've noticed if I put it in this side one and mount it like so, it actually clears the tripod a little bit better. But it has one here on the narrow side, one on the width in the bottom right there, and then I believe the bare head has one up here at the top. So it's really cool. It gives you a lot of options for mounting it if you don't have a light stand or don't want to lug one out into the field with you. You just can throw it on your tripod and get your shots. It's pretty sweet. And speaking of light stands, mine also came with this little bracket here for mounting it on a light stand, which would come in handy if I had a light stand to mount it to. It also came with this little skin, which I've never used. I tried to put it on once and it fits well, and it seems like it'd do a good job of protecting it from bumps and scrapes and things. However, when you do throw this on, the S bracket won't fit over it. So if you're planning to use it with a softbox or any kind of modifier that needs that S bracket, probably not the best plan. However, if you're using MagMod stuff, things like that, the little skin could come in handy. And of course, it also comes with the battery charger here for the strobe unit itself and the power cable for the charger. No complaints there. It's got a small LED readout to show you how high the battery has charged if you're in a hurry or something, just need to top it off real quick or whatever. So yeah, the kit that it came in is a pretty complete deal to get you going. The cool thing, the thing I think I like the most about it has been the price. It doesn't cost a whole lot more than a high-end speedlight, and in fact it's less than a lot of the manufacturer's speedlights right now. And having said that, it's way more powerful. The thing that really differentiates it from regular speedlights, I've noticed, is the recycle time on it at lower powers is basically instant. You can just keep popping them off. At full power, I haven't ran into recycle time issues, but I think it's about a couple seconds, maybe 4 at the top end. But like I said, I haven't even had a chance to shoot at full power much because it just doesn't really need to go up that high for most of the needs that I've found so far. And then lastly, this is the carrying case that it came with. It's got slots for all the little pieces that I've just shown you, in a mesh back that you can zip the paperwork and things into. Seems pretty well built. It's semi-hard case, well lined inside with the custom foam cutouts and all of those things. So yeah, it's a pretty solid little kit for the money. I happened to find mine on sale on Adorama. It had a special going with it. It came with all the things that I just showed you, plus I think it's a Glow Easy Lock 24 or 25 inch softbox. And that thing's been great too. If there's any interest in it, I might do a separate review video on that. But yeah, it's really cool. It just sets up like an umbrella more or less. You screw the reflector dish in and Velcro the diffuser around the outside, and it works out really quite well. And one last thing that I did forget to mention with the eVolv / Godox AD200 that I really like about it, part of the reason that I purchased the strobe in the first place, as you start adding more lights to your kit and growing your artificial light kit, with the AD200 there's another head that you can purchase similar to the bare bulb head that I was talking about, but instead of just changing out the type of lighting on the front, you can actually purchase 2 of these 200s. You can mount them both to that same head and you'll have a 400 watt powered strobe unit. So as you're growing your kit, say you end up with 4 of these AD200s, you can put 2 of them together on that kit and you'd have one 400 strobe, and then you could have 2 200s off to this side, or you could have 2 400s, or any variable way that you could see to put those together or not. It really makes for a versatile, lightweight, and less expensive way to have different lighting options in your kit. So I thought that was pretty cool when I was researching these, trying to decide which strobe to start out with. Because I thought that would be a smart way. I'd start with this single strobe, and then as I get more practice and more money, of course, I could just start building up from there, and it gives you a lot of different combinations you can work with that I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, guys, that pretty well concludes my impressions of the eVolv / Godox AD200. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's been helpful to you. If it has, give it one of the thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. Got some more coming. I'm hoping I can still find somebody to go shoot with and maybe do an on-location shoot with this thing, show you guys how I've been using it for a one-light setup. Yeah, so hopefully that can be coming here in the near future. I've got a few other ideas for things to come out with, and yeah, so I hope to see you guys around on future videos, and take care, and we'll see you next time.